Oh, hello, this is Tak Chung from Walk with Tak. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you enjoy this video and would like to receive notifications of my future video postings, please subscribe. My fast cooking system with flavor chasing, advanced prepping, stir frying, and templates-based cooking is designed to make home cooking efficient, simple, and creative. By using templates-based cooking, it is possible for you to make adjustment to a basic template depending on your personal preference as well as availability. In this video, I would like to show you how I use my basic spaghetti sauce template to make adjustment due to the availability of a large amount of fresh tomatoes that come upon me, as well as my personal preference of how I like the tomato sauce going to be. We have an interesting and wonderful neighbor. I will call him Smithies for the purpose of this video. Now, every summer, he grew large vegetable gardens. He lives alone, and obviously he could not use all the vegetables. So he will make round every day or every couple of days to all the neighbors, and he will drop off a lot of produce, mainly tomatoes and pepper, and he will come with a bucket, but he wants to keep the bucket, so he will just dump everything on your lawn and let you to pick it up yourself. So I've been getting a lot of tomatoes from him, and sometimes it is hard for me to keep up. So recently, with this bounty of tomatoes, I decided I'm going to make a spaghetti sauce using most of the tomatoes that he gave me the other day. I know the supplies is going to keep coming. I have already frozen some of the tomatoes, and now I'm running out of freezer space, so I better find a way to make use of them. First of all, I'm going to show you how to make spaghetti noodles in the wok, which probably is the most efficient way to do this. I find that a stainless steel wok probably is the best way to boil water in, because any other wok, when you boil water, you will remove the seasoning, and that will result from rusting, where a stainless steel wok will not rust at all. However, you can use a carbon steel wok, a light cast iron wok, or a cast iron wok to boil water and make spaghetti noodles. Just make sure after you're done with it, I will spray a coat of light oil on it and then wipe it with a paper towel to prevent it from rusting. In your next cooking session, once you do the spot seasoning, you will restore the seasoning and the non-stick property to the wok. I'm going to use my Cuisinart 14-inch stainless steel wok for this purpose. First of all, I'm going to fill the wok with tap water. I then put the wok on my glass top electric stove, and I set the burner to high. This wok comes with a glass cover, which is very nice because it will keep the water boiling faster. Once the water starts to boil, I add the spaghetti noodles to the wok. Now the wok is 14-inch across, and the spaghetti noodles usually is about 12-inch in length, so they fit perfectly in the wok. Once I slide the noodles into the wok, I just use a pair of tongs to make sure that all the noodles fit well in the wok. I like my spaghetti noodle to be slightly firm, so I set the cook time for about 6 minutes. I turn the heat to medium so that it will not boil over. At the same time, I use a pair of tongs to mix up the noodles, make sure nothing sticks to the bottom. I mix the noodles once in a while, and when the time's up, I just transfer the noodles to a large colander, which I fill it with water, and that will stop the noodles from cooking. I cook 2 pounds of spaghetti noodles, so that is quite a bit, and I then take the colander over to the sink and I rinse it with cold water. Okay, now the spaghetti noodle is done. Now I do not add any salt or oil to the water when I make the spaghetti noodles, and I also do not add any oil to the noodles after I cook them. I have experimented with these options, and I find that there's really not much difference. Since I want simplicity, if there's a step that I can avoid, I definitely will do so. Over the past, I have cooked noodles in many different ways, and I truly find that the wok is probably the best utensil for cooking noodles because of its large opening. So next, I'm going to make my spaghetti sauce. In many ways, how I make my spaghetti sauce is really a modification of the stir-fry approach. In some respect, there's only very little difference of my basic vegetable stir-fry. So in this case, it's another indication of how template-based cooking could be extremely versatile and apply to many different situations. Okay, so I'm going to continue to use my 14-inch Cuisinart stainless steel wok. So I first do a spot seasoning. Again, I heat up the wok and I add 2 tablespoons of canola oil, just enough to cover the bottom of the wok. As soon as the oil starts to smoke, I turn the heat down to low and I let it smoke for about 15 seconds. This is what I call the spot seasoning method. If you are not familiar with this method, you can take a look at this video. So first of all, I'm going to add about 3 cups of onion, and then follow that I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of garlic, and then I'm going to add about a 1/4 cup of chopped jalapeno pepper. I would like to mention that I add the onion in 2 different types of prep. The first one is that I dice the onion, and the second half of the onion I add is in small chunks. The reason is that because I want the onion to be noticeable in the spaghetti sauce, because my son loves the flavor and texture of onion. After stir fry to mix the content, next I add about 1 cup of chopped yellow squash. I chop up the yellow squash to hide them because neither my wife nor my son really like yellow squash that much, but I have some, I need to use it up. I then add some Italian meatball. They are frozen meatball. Now, if it is up to me, I probably would not add them. But since my son really enjoys Italian meatball, so for his sake, I'm going to add them to the spaghetti sauce. I find that it is not necessary to thaw them out because they will thaw out in the wok while you cook them. Okay, the next step comes the tomato. As you can see, there are lots of tomatoes that I add to the wok. Tomato cooks down really easy, so I'm not worried about adding too much. I stir the contents in the wok until the tomatoes is incorporated with other ingredients. This is the part what I would call flavor chasing. So next is that I'm going to add more tomatoes. The reason is that because I want the spaghetti sauce have a fresh tomato flavor. So this second set of tomatoes will not cook down as much. I did another taste test. I really like it. I like the freshness of the spaghetti sauce. But I like to add a little more savoriness to the dish. So I add some of my basic seasoning mix to enhance the natural flavor of the ingredients. Okay, now I did a final taste test. I really like this spaghetti sauce. It's probably, I would say, one of the best that I have made so far. I believe the reason is because of the fresh tomatoes. This dish provides a prime example of flavor chasing because before I cook the dish, I already have the type of flavor in mind. I want it to be slightly spicy, therefore I add in the jalapeno pepper. I want the dish to have a nice onion flavor, so I add both the diced onion as well as the chopped onion. And of course, the fresh tomato is the star attraction of the dish. I was looking forward to have a spaghetti sauce that use fresh tomatoes. But I add the tomato in 2 different types. One I add early during the cooking process, and the second type I add a little bit later in bigger chunks, so I can actually have the freshness of the intact tomato in the sauce. Of course, finally, this dish is also a compromise by adding the Italian meatball. So I want to demonstrate to you by learning the fast cooking system and apply it in your cooking. You have a lot of flexibility to make substitutions and modifications to see what is available to you, as well as based on your personal preference. Finally, I would like to make a point about the stainless steel wok. Now, if you do make spaghetti sauce a lot, because the spaghetti sauce tend to remove seasoning of the wok, then getting a stainless steel wok probably is a very good choice. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please click the like icon below, because that will help me to expand my audience base. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you'd like to receive notifications of my future video postings. See you next time.